Welcome back to the Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. I just wanted to bring you up to date, and my last video I just posted was on dealing with a bad batch of new blades. But while I am down, I'm doing some cleaning up and just kind of general housekeeping around the mill. And so I'll pull this around and let you see what we're doing. As you can see, I've cleaned up all of the sawdust, what I've been cutting since I got the saw back at the end of October. So it's been about a month's worth of sawing. And I had probably a buildup of about 6 inches of sawdust all over this area. I cleaned it all up and I'm ready now to go for another month, hopefully. What I did is I took it over to a low spot in part of my property, and we're going to hopefully eventually bury a lot of it, and so it'll decay and rot away, hopefully over a period of time. I've also burned some of it, as you can see, and used it to fill in some low spots that is wet, and kind of it will hopefully become part of the soil before we build in the next couple of years. The other thing that I did this morning is I am in the process of making more racks. As I cut down the trees around the area, it allows me to stack more wood around my saw. I'm kind of making a courtyard, so to speak. I step back away here, I'll give you a panoramic view. So I've got my 9-foot 4 2x4s there. My 9-foot 2x6 are over there, and then back in the back I've got 12-foot boards. That's that rack back there, and then this rack is my 8-foot 2x4s and 2x6. Now I've got to make another rack and split those up so I can have my 2x4s in one and my 2x6 in another. Then in the far back I've got 8 to 10-foot boards, basically, is in that back stack there. And then in behind I'm going to have where my 16-foot, that's where I've got a bunch of stickers on that, but that's going to be my 16-foot stuff. Of course, this is my 2x4s by 8 that I'm going to use for the shed. Most of that is hardwood. Then I've got my 12-foot material and my 14-foot material, and then far over there that's my oak. And so I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 different piles going, and hopefully I need a couple more. So the thinking is, right now I'm gonna, I think, take down these 2 trees. They're the last 2 that are in around my saw, and I'll put up another temporary post like I did back there. I'll put up a post here to replace this tree. These are just hardwood trees. But again, they're really too close to the house where I'm going to have the house setting. I don't like them in that close. And so I'll take those down now, and I will give you an update a little later. But today is just basically clean up and catching up stuff that I've kind of been putting off. And as soon as I get some of this stuff organized and caught up, I'll probably take down another tree or 2. Like I said, my saw blades are not going to be in till at least Friday morning. So today's Wednesday morning, so I've got to work at my day job tomorrow. So I just wanted to bring you up to speed. So I'll talk to you later. Good morning from the Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. It is December 4th, Saturday morning. It's been a couple days since I've done an update. So I thought I would let you know what I've been up to and give you an update on my saw blades and those types of things. And so I'll spin around here and I'll show you what we've done. One of the first things that you'll notice is that the 2 trees that were right here, one was a maple. I'm not sure what the other one was. It was whether it was hickory or something. It was hard as hard could be. I've taken those down and milled those out. I have also this morning, as you can see, cutting some logs. I took down 2 smaller trees over here and 1 large tree. So I've got 3 14-footers, a 12, and then the rest are 8'4", 9'4" for studding. And so I'm just getting ready to start this afternoon, try to mill out as many of those as possible, and we'll see how far we get along. As far as the saw blades, I had my 10 saw blades sharpened, and I'm on my second one. I used one most of the day yesterday when I was milling. I mean, I didn't cut all day, but I cut quite a bit, and I was in maple, so it got dull a little faster. But I'm on my second blade. I just changed at the end of the day yesterday. The blades cut wonderfully. Jordan's saw blade sharpening here in Georgia, just next state over, right on the border with me. Does an excellent job, very reasonable price, and like I said, hopefully I can get my other 10 blades I ordered from Woodland Mills just the other day. Hopefully they'll be in the next week or so. Now, as far as the Cook's blades, I have yet to see any labels coming from them, from the UPS. It has been 3 days. I think it was on Wednesday when we talked about this, Wednesday, Thursday, and 2 days passed and I've seen nothing in my email, so I'm probably going to have to call them first of the week. The customer service is not that great. Now, I don't know whose fault that is, whether it's UPS or whether it's the Cook's not submitting it. But anyway, it's just another strike, I guess, against them. So now what I've been doing, what I was milling mostly yesterday, I milled a bunch more of these 2x10s, 2x4s and whatnot. Haven't done much with the 2x10s because I haven't had the big stuff on the mill, plus I've been doing a lot of maple. And so I'm just going to walk over here and show you the maple that I cut the other day. I've started a new stack over in here, right there. I cut a bunch of 8'4" maple. I got 3 stacks about 4 feet wide. I cut them about inch and an eighth, so I can use them hopefully for windowsills or shelving or something. I'm not exactly sure, but they'll sit there and stick dry for a year and a half before I need them. So hopefully they'll be pretty good by the time I get ready for them. It's much like my oak here. And so it's a little neater in here now. Like I said, with the trees out of the way, there's the stump there, and I dug around and cut the other stump down close to the ground and covered it over so I could walk. But I've been milling away. Got everything pretty much cleaned up and all the debris burned. The trees that I took down, there were, well, you can see in the smoke, there were actually 2 trees side by side here, both about the same size. So I took one down this morning, and then there was a couple smaller trees over in this area that I took down that were leaning. Didn't want them around the house eventually, so I'm going to take down most of those pine trees that are anywhere near the house and leaning. And so, yeah, I think that's pretty well everything. I'll give you an update on how much lumber I get out of this pile of logs. It's probably going to take me a couple days of milling here to get these done, and so I'll give you an update and see how many 2x10s and 2x4s I get. Until then, you have a great day. I will talk to you next time.